Hello and welcome back. This lesson we are working on cutting forum sets. Some people call them AV sets. Regardless, I've got my side-by-side panels here. For this first one, this is 700 by 200 height. And again, I don't like the huge fat stacked. I prefer a little bit more narrow, but it's personal preference. And some people like a lot more canvas space to work with. Totally get that. What I'm doing here, I'm going to put this back on my move tool. So you can see I have invisible setting for my fonts right now. And just you can see this is kind of irrelevant for the most part. Now, I have made this into two groups and I will explain why in a little bit. There we go. So for this first one, what I'm going to do, there we go, just scroll. I have all of these linked together. So again, just click on your first one, click on your bottom one, click on the link. Now when I clicked it, it undid, so I clicked again to put it together and just drag everything over. Now this does change the visibility for that duplicate layer, but again, all we have to do is click to make that go away, and you can see all the edges I have from the layers of things. So all we have to do is move that around. I really like it. Her face on this. I mean, she's cute, but I think this actually looks a lot nicer, and that's again just personal preference. I'm also, and again, just because I want to on this one, flip canvas horizontal, switch this the other direction. Again, completely your choice and what you choose to do. Click back over here, make the font visible, bring that over, Control T to transform. I'm going to move that a little bit. There we go, make that smaller. And again, go right there, enter to lock that in place. Back over here, and same thing, we're going to drag over a copy of Wisely. And it's up to you, resize, don't resize, put this wherever you want, depending on what verbiage you're actually using. It's the exact same process when you're working with a mega. The maximum size of megas for TBC is 140 by 140. Again, you can make it smaller. Some boards do make it bigger. You can actually use a 200 by 200 for the forum, but it will cut off on the right side. So if you have any font work on the right like this, it wouldn't all show if it was the square meg. On this, I want to come back and I'm going to take this off here real quickly. Now, as I said, there are a couple of things I wanted to show you here. The first one, I'm going to click on this, and if you'll take a quick look, you'll notice this is a little bit different. Everything is still there, but this kind of accentuated one of the backgrounds. So what I did here, from Image, Apply Image, choose your blending filter. Again, you can do anything you want, just depending on what you want to accentuate. And you don't have to do this. This just kind of brings things up a little. I'm going to go back to Multiply. Now, the thing that I have done here, what I did, my original version of this, I, again, click, hold down my Shift key, I went to the bottom, right click, and I duplicated layers, put them into a group, and then I duplicated my group. So real quickly, I'm going to fold that up, make it invisible, and here I'm going to delete group. I want to keep the contents, so I'm just deleting the group part. Scroll down, I've got this selected, Shift key. Okay, so all of those are selected. Right click, and I want to merge layers, not flatten. And again, it's a personal preference. Play with it, see if you can tell a difference. To me, I can, not everyone else thinks so. I'm going to click on Rounded Rectangle tool. And again, this is absolutely just a preference if you want to do it. The menu for this in terms of being able to edit is up here at the top. You can see different options. Play with it at your leisure. I went with 61 for the corners. It does not have to be that wide. So this is about where that falls. And again, I just want to get her fingers all the way in there. Okay, and it turns it black. Just make sure when you do this that you have a fill color, not anything else. And stroke is 0. So the rest of this is just showing you size and information. What I am going to do from here is drag this layer underneath, hold down my Alt key, click between the two layers on that line, and you have rounded corners. When you go to post this, of course, this background will be transparent, and you have nice looking rounded edges. You can put a stroke around this layer, layer style, stroke, and this shows that orange color. Actually, it shows up really pink here, but we could do orange, you could do green, honestly, which I wouldn't, but anything at all that you want to try to stand out. It'll again be against your black chat background. But just know that that is an option. Again, you can do that same thing here. Again, you would want to make a copy so that you have that background layer for right now, just for our purposes. I'm just going to, okay, make sure I hit the right key. You go back 100%. Okay, shift, come up to here, shift to select it all. Okay. And it doesn't want to play with me from that menu, so I'm going to come over here, layer, merge menu, pardon, merge layers. And it did it again, that's why it was on the wrong side. So over here, there we go. All right, drag that down. Drag that up. Okay, undo, there we go. Alt, right there in between. And again, the corners here you can play with if you want them to be tighter, but you can do the exact same concept on anything. And there is a separate tutorial on just that. It's almost identical to this. I just don't stutter and stammer quite as much. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope that you got something from this. And again, if you find a different way to do it, by all means do. And if you want to start by, completely flattening or merging an image, if you know you don't want to move anything around later, go for it. It is whatever works best for you.